What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just, back here with another video. This is your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. Alright, y'all. Before I start the video, I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who's been watching. If you're new here and you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so you know when I post another video. Also, follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description. Today, we're going to be doing my next manga haul video. I'm super excited. This is one of my favorite manga hauls as of yet, just because I finally finished some of the series that I've been wanting to collect, I've been dying to get, and now finally I've completed, I guess, some of my 2023 collecting goals. So I guess now it's time to start some new ones. To start off my manga haul, I got Volume 9 of Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. After a zombie apocalypse breaks out, Akira, who hates his job, is just excited that now he doesn't have to go to work and he can just finish his bucket list and finish off everything he wants to do. I truly love Zom. Zom is easily it's easily my favorite ongoing series as of right now. Every time I read this, I'm super excited. It's so much fun. It's just enjoyable. This is really just a whole different take on the zombie apocalypse genre that I really like. I love how lighthearted it is, you know? It's nothing crazy. They're not trying to fight for survival. They're really just a group of friends traveling across the country, trying to complete each other's bucket list. They've all added to their list. They all have things to do. And the simple fact that Volume 9 ended up on a cliffhanger, I cannot wait for Volume 10. This is definitely one of the most recommended mangas I have. Definitely pick this up if you haven't. My next pickup is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm super excited that I found this. I cannot believe I actually got this for a decent price. And that's Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds Volume 4. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is a spin-off manga from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the main characters you duel on dual runners and they use synchro summons to battle. I'm super excited I picked up Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds Volume 4. I've been trying to find this forever. This was what I was talking about was my 2023 collecting goal. My real goals were to collect Yu-Gi-Oh! Which you saw I did. Finish Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds as well. And there's also another series that if you've watched my videos you know, but I'm not going to spoil that for later on in this video. You're going to see what I picked up. But for whatever reason, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds you cannot find. I mean, everywhere I look, it's $50, $60, $70, $100. It's all this crazy expensive. I don't know what goes on in this specific volume for it to be that much. But I simply found it on Amazon for a decent price. I got it for $10. I'm super excited. It's set very good on Amazon, but I'll be honest with you, this ain't very good. This is okay. But I don't mind, a little bit of the yellowing. I don't mind a little bit of the creases that, you see everywhere, because I take care of my stuff, so I know it's not going to get any worse. I'm just excited to really have this and complete my collection for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, because as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, y'all know how much I love it. 5Ds was my favorite anime, so I'm dying to find out. Now I can read it, see how much different the anime is to the manga. Next I picked up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind Volume 7. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, and it's just a simple battle shonen, but it does everything so eloquently, and just the artwork is amazing. I highly recommend this. Definitely pick this up if you haven't. Y'all really know how much I love JoJo. I mean, it's hard for me to say JoJo's one of my favorite series, because I do put other stuff above it. But when I really think about it, JoJo is just fun. It's just enjoyable for me personally, because it's just so, like the title says, no pun intended, but it's bizarre. You got these crazy stand powers. You got, the crazy Hamon in the beginning. And as far as Part 5 is concerned, this is one of my favorite parts, if not my favorite, for the simple fact that it's a little detour from the entire JoJo universe. This is more standalone, I guess you could say. Whenever I recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to new people, I always recommend them try starting out with Part 5. You won't really get too many spoilers, besides like there's one, I guess, big one that if you haven't seen Part 4, you would know. But I honestly think if you don't know JoJo, try giving Part 5 a try. See if you'll like it. Because I know a lot of people can't really stand Parts 1 and 2 because it's real slow pace. And, the stand power that they have here, they're not in it. So if that's my little trick, I guess I can recommend. If you don't want to start with 1 and 2, see Part 5 and see if you like it. Next volume I picked up is something that I really enjoy. I can't believe I'm enjoying it this much. And that's Candy and Cigarettes Volume 3. Candy and Cigarettes is about an 11-year-old assassin and an older gentleman whose job it is to take care of her and clean up after her. I honestly did not realize how much I was going to enjoy this series. I picked up this series on a whim because I liked the premise of it. a 11-year-old fully trained assassin with, this fumbling like cop guy, I guess, as a grandfather figure. But what I really do love about the series is their dynamic. It's not just him telling her what to do. It's not him being all overly dramatic like that. She actually acts like an 11-year-old girl. She's just a perfectly trained assassin. When it's time to do business, she handles her business. While the grandfather figure, he's trying to look after her, trying to take care of her, because his job is to make sure she don't get in no trouble. Because again, she's a little girl. So him trying to do that is just super super funny. Their dynamic is just enjoyable. This is a lot more lighthearted than you would think. It's a series about an assassin, 11-year-old girl. You would think it's crazy, but as far as I'm concerned, this is not really dramatic or anything like that. It's definitely okay artwork. I'll be honest with you. I do think the art could be a little bit better, but just the story itself, I think is really good. I highly recommend Candy Cigarettes. Pick it up if you haven't, because this is just a fun series if you just want something to enjoy. Next, I picked up a couple volumes of a series that's a little different than what I usually pick up. And the series I picked up was Volume 1 of Doubt and Volume 2 of Doubt. Doubt takes place with a group of friends who finally meet up only to find out that one of them is a killer. Now, everyone is locked up in a school and they have to find out who the killer is while people are dying. I'm pretty sure most of you know what Doubt is, because this manga specifically has this artwork with whatever it is, the bunny rabbits and on the head. I don't know why, but a lot of his manga comes like that. But as far as the other series, I don't think I'm going to pick those up only for the fact that they're out of print. I'm surprised I actually found both volumes of Doubt. So, Doubt is collected in these two, thicker omnibus volumes, and it's very, very interesting. It's pretty much, if you've played the game Among Us, similar to that aspect where there is a killer among them, and now they have to find out who's the killer is, and try to stop them while they're trying to kill other people. And it's just a crazy turn. It's very mysterious, very psychological thriller type. I really do enjoy those that keep me guessing. I'm trying to figure out who the killer was. I'll be completely honest, when I read through this, I didn't know who the killer was. I'm usually pretty good at sussing those things out. I usually can pick up on who the killer, because it's usually pretty self-explanatory. Oh, it's this person. This series really threw me through a loop. I really do enjoy it. I do wish that I could pick up the other series. I think it's called Judge and Secret that this manga makes, because I really enjoy this series. This manga is very, very good. If you like that psychological thriller aspect where you want to know what's going to happen, you want to know the mystery, definitely pick this up, give it a try, because the other series in this manga's, I guess, lineup are out of print. And Doubt, I think, is the first one that was released. I do know that this manga specifically has another one that's coming out. It's called Dead Company. I don't know the premise of that at all, but I do know a lot of these series that he makes, Doubt, Secret, Judge. I think it's Judge or Judgment. One of those two. They pretty much take place in the same universe, so to speak. And they also are very similar in the fact that they're psychological thrillers. And I think this is under the category of horror manga. I'm not too familiar when it comes to horror manga specifically, because I don't really enjoy any of it, because I've tried Junji Ito stuff. It didn't work for me. But I gotta say, definitely highly recommend Doubt. Pick this up if you want something different that you really never seen before. Now, the last thing I picked up from my manga haul, and I had to pick this up because Barnes & Noble had that buy one get one 50% off sale. So I just went ballistic. I had to pick all this up. And finally, I've completed all of my 2023 goals. So my first goal was to collect all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! 3-in-1s, which I did. My next goal, collect all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which I just did. And finally, my last goal for 2023 was to collect all of Dorohedoro. And finally, with the help of Barnes & Noble, I finally picked up the rest of Dorohedoro, and I cannot wait to binge this. For Dorohedoro, I picked up Volume 5, Volume 6, Volume 12, Volume 16, Volume 17, Volume 18, Volume 19, Volume 20, Volume 21, Volume 22, and finally, Volume 23. I'm super excited. I really cannot believe it. I finally have all of Dorohedoro. This is one of those series that's like a dark fantasy. I don't really know too much about it. All I know is that the artwork is unbelievable, and this is my girlfriend's favorite series. So the fact that she likes it so much, she holds it in such high regards, I know I'm going to like it. I just can't wait, Now, it's just going to take me some time because some of these volumes, I didn't realize how thick some of these volumes get later on. Like, I'll be honest, this is normal. This is what I expect from a normal volume. But how does this series turn into this? Someone explains to me that they just get lazy and stop wanting to release volumes. I mean, Jesus Christ. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to read all Dorohedoro. I don't know how long it'll take. I'm going to try and not necessarily binge it, but I am going to try and read, as much as I can every day. Probably like 2 or 3 volumes, see what I can do. And definitely just enjoy the series, enjoy what it is. I'm just going to love my time while reading it. Obviously, I can't really recommend Dorohedoro yet because I don't know what it's about. But from what everyone's saying, from what I've heard from everyone, Dorohedoro is just a great dark fantasy type of story. And I just really can't wait to finish it. I just want to finish it. I want to start it, if I'm being honest. I'm going to try my best to read as much as I can. Not necessarily as quickly as I can because I want to absorb the manga. When I read physical manga, it does take me a lot longer than digital manga because I have to absorb what I'm reading. It's almost like I can't truly focus when I read physically. I know, normally I read my stuff digitally. I read weekly Shonen Jump app. But as far as when I read physically, I actually have to sit down, be in the right headspace, put on my music, my reading manga playlist, and I just listen and I just chill and I read. So definitely can't wait for that. So that was my manga haul for the month of March. I cannot believe I finally completed my goals. I'm super, super excited to get Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and finally Dorohedoro. I don't even know what to collect anymore, if I'm being completely honest. I'm thinking like what series I want to go for next. Ideally, I would want to go for something that's already completed because, I'm trying to amass a collection and constantly getting, the new releases like Zom 100, JoJo, Candy and Cigarettes. It takes a little toll on the wallet, the Fire Force Omnibus I just picked up that I'm going to start getting when it comes out. So I want to try and find something that is probably completed. Definitely, if you have any recommendations, you've seen what I like, you've seen my collection, let me know what you think I might enjoy. I'm definitely looking more towards something more low volume count completed, something like Parasite, maybe Full Metal. I was thinking something like 7 Deadly Sins until I saw it's 41 volumes. That's a little too much of a commitment right now. It's going to take a little too long. I just want to collect slowly for now, try and get as much as possible before I start really diving in deep on, things like the box sets or just these long-running volumes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know down in the comments what did you collect for this month. And let me know what are some series that you recommend to me or some series that you just can't live without. Thank you again to everyone who's been watching. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.